Hey folks, welcome to my channel. And today I'm gonna give you a 6-month review of this Samsung Family Hug refrigerator. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, I'm gonna put the iCard up here so that you could check out part 1 of my initial impressions. So it's about 6 months old. We've had it in the house now, and I wanna tell y'all how I really feel about it. Do I like it? Do I love it? Is it just okay? Or, do I wish I'd have just bought a cheaper refrigerator without the LCD panel? There were a lot of questions in my last video. Hopefully I can answer all of those questions today. This will be a real in-depth review. I will get deep into here because I want to go through each and every app so you know exactly what you're getting into. Some of the first questions I got were, what are you going to do when that screen stops working? Well, hopefully it doesn't stop working, but I did buy an extended warranty at Home Depot. I think it covers me for like 4 years, and if in 4 years it stops working, guess what? Now it's not a smart fridge anymore. It's just a regular fridge, but hopefully it's still working. So we'll talk a little bit about staying on the outside of the fridge, and definitely we'll get started with the ice maker. So this is what it sounds like when you're getting ice out of the ice machine. So here's the ice, and of course as it comes out, as ice sits in there, you get a little bit of water that comes out ahead of time. Not that big of a deal. Water actually comes out crisp and clean. It actually the water actually comes out of there chilled, which is a great feature. You get chilled water out of there. My wife has actually stopped drinking bottled water, and she drinks the water out of the fridge. Whereas on my last fridge, she only drank bottled water because she didn't like the flavor coming out of the fridge. So we change those filters regularly on our old fridge. And as a matter of fact, we're 6 months in, so we'll talk about changing the filter on this fridge. So starting off on the outside of the fridge, one of the trickiest things that I have is that the ice does melt out of the machine. So Samsung didn't think to include some type of grate. We have to use this paper towel just to keep it dry. Moving along the top of the fridge, there is a reset button for the tablet just in case it does malfunction. You flip it off and you flip it back on. That's like a reset key. It's got a cover on it so you don't have to worry about anybody touching it by mistake. So the fridge has plenty of clearance. When you swing open that door, it is 28 cubic feet, so it's the largest model that they do offer. If you want to stick refrigerator magnets to it, I recommend putting them on the side. Opening up the doors, you'll notice that the ice maker is in the refrigerator and you got quite a bit of room. The right side door actually has significantly more room than the left side of the door, but that's to be expected because the left side has the ice maker included in there. You can pull the ice out. It is a two-handed operation because it tends to get frozen and stuck inside of there. Once you pull it out, we'll take a couple of quick measurements. It's right at 18 inches long. And looking inside of your shelves, those stretch out right to about 17 inches, or 6 water bottles if you don't want to do the math. This shelf here is pretty interesting because you can move it up and down, but it also has a convertible function, so you can just press it back. That way you can put your larger jugs directly there, sitting right in the front, and still use that space. The freezer has a couple of cool features. Of course, they do have storage in the doors. Not as much storage as a refrigerator up top, but all the drawers do slide. And the feature that I like the most is that top shelf slides out, so you'll have easy access to anything that you have inside of the fridge. Now, anytime you leave the door open, when you close it back, it turns on a precise cooling function that cools the refrigerator or freezer down very quick. It does give you a chime to indicate, hey, this door has been open for a long time, and here's just what it sounds like. All right, folks, it's right now at this point in the process. This is when I realize and recognize that I am missing a piece of footage because it is actually got corrupted inside of my computer, and I don't have another copy, so I have to go back and re-record it. So I owe you a part 3 on this, but right now we're gonna go straight into footage that I do have that covers the rest of the apps. So be looking out for part 3 because it's coming at you, and then we'll be done went through 100% of the app. And oh yeah, there is some bonus footage in here because there was an update when I filmed it, and you're gonna like it, so stay tuned. And if you want to see part 3, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. All right, now let's get back to it. So here's a Tasty app. You simply touch whatever's in there and it'll automatically begin to play. Got it on mute. I don't want any copyright problems. You do have the option to print the recipe if you would like to. However, it actually tells you in here total time, prep time, cook time, and whatnot. And it also gives you all of the ingredients included on here. So it talks to you about preparation, the whole 9 yards. So I would say, hey, kudos, good job to Tasty and Samsung for putting this app together for this fridge. This is probably the smoothest running and best app that we have on this fridge. Of course, you can search for pretty much anything that you want to search for using the search icon. So you can search Tasty. I'm telling you, very good app, very well done. One of the things that they have, of course, is trivia, and that's actually one of the apps that I keep on my home screen is the trivia. What you have left, of course, is the timer. And the timer has a pretty cool beat, a pretty cool sound. Setting the timer is easy. So bam, you start. You got Spotify on the app, so you can use that in addition to Pandora and iHeartRadio. And of course you have Uber, and inside of Uber, you get the map just like you would get on your phone. However, when you call for an Uber, we've tried it, you can't see how close the Uber is, but it does come up and show you, hey, your Uber will be here in a second. So getting back to the apps, you do have Instacart. So Instacart delivers, that delivers groceries from your local stores. We haven't used that function yet. However, we have used the Grubhub. Once you open up Grubhub, coolest thing is Grubhub takes all of the local restaurants and they actually deliver food directly to your house. So you can order any type of food that you want delivered straight to your doorstep. So shout out to Grubhub, because even though you can look and find the recipes on the fridge, sometimes you just hit that Grubhub and they deliver it straight to you. All right, so we'll talk about the Nespresso. So the Nespresso app is for those coffee lovers out there. I'm not a Nespresso fan. I actually just use my Keurig and that's it, but you can definitely shop directly. You can shop directly on the fridge, and of course set this up on some subscription basis. One of the things that I can't get to work well is the Smart View. So Smart View, what's supposed to happen is you can stream something directly from one of your devices based on these available devices, which these are all Fire Stick, but when you click it, nothing happens. These are a combination of Fire Sticks and Roku device. That's all I have in my home. I either have a Fire Stick or a Roku device. The Smart View, it doesn't work. Now I can use Smart View to mirror my phone. I'm using the Samsung Note 8, so anything that I want to play with or deal with on my phone, I can actually cast it onto my screen. It's in the same aspect ratio, and I have no problem using that. So they do have another app on here. It's the Morning Brief, and what that is you can actually start your morning brief and it'll go over your weather, your calendar, your food reminders, and your news. But the thing is, the only news you can get is the NPR. So if you don't like NPR, then you can't change it. I wish I could listen to it and have a variety, at least add in some ESPN or some sports or something like that, but you can't. Whatever's on NPR is what you'll get in your briefing. So
good afternoon, pups. Here is your midday brief. It is currently 15 centigrade or 60 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy and temporal. Humidity is at 48%. You have one event today. You have an all-day event New Year's Eve. Good news. You don't have any food item expiring in the next 3 days. Next is today's news headlines.
NPR comes from the UPS store, offering services from returning to printing to mailboxing.
So bam, there you have it. That's the whole complete full morning brief. And of course, everybody can customize it, but even when you hit edit, the only thing you can do is take some away. I press the plus button to add anything else or something new, and guess what? It doesn't do anything. The only thing that you can do is rearrange these cards. Okay, here it is, folks. Just like I promised, the bonus footage. Now you have Amazon dash buttons directly on your fridge. You can customize them using Amazon, especially if you have the Prime features. You can order all of your updated supplies right on your fridge. You press the button, but make sure you set a pin, because the first time I used it, I did order something by mistake. Fortunately, it was something that I wanted. That's it. These are all the apps you get in the Samsung Family Hub fridge. So at the end of the day, I guess the question is, well, J-Wade, you got this fridge. Are you extremely happy with it? Am I extremely happy with it? I like it a lot. I like it a whole lot. There are a few small things that we talked about in the video that are kind of like, I can deal with it. So it wouldn't have stopped me from buying a refrigerator if I'd known those things before. I mean, the thing is, I know that I'm an early adopter. So one of the things that I will tell you is that this is actually second generation. What I'll tell you is that I'm really enjoying and I'm really digging this fridge. It's working out well. We use most of the features on there, but that's no different from any other piece of technology. Anybody out there that's using 100% of your technology, 100% of what you got, kudos to you. This thing works is perfect for what we're trying to do. I think you've seen the sizes, you've seen everything that this fridge is pretty much has to offer. I don't think I missed anything. If I did, let me know down in the comments below. If you made it this far into the video, thanks for watching. Definitely appreciate you. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more tech and more ways to integrate it into your home and different ways to integrate technology into your life. Hey, so I'm Jay Wade. I hope I provided some value. Hope I helped you out. Appreciate you watching, and to see more, hit that subscribe button.